Hey guys, hope everything is going well. You guys know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH_sports. Follow me on my finance channel at AIH Finance. Okay, so today I wanted to discuss how influencer marketing and clout chasing has struck out, right? This is a big fail recently. And I remember Chris from Card Ladder talking about this, and now I completely understand where he's coming from because I never used Instagram that much until the last year. I've been using it, and I've been noticing strange behavior on it, specifically from guys that are usually under 30 or below in this hobby. And I also have seen a lot of women using Instagram in this hobby and elsewhere, right? Just for a clout, just for trying to get the most amount of clicks, right? I understand if you're in social media, okay, people compete about getting the most views. Right now, if it's content that is not about clout chasing, it's about telling people, hey, what's going on in the hobby, that's fine, right? I have nothing against that. But just for me personally, right? Some people would disagree. Some people would say, hey, it's entertainment of what some of these guys under 30 are doing. But for those that are on YouTube that don't have Instagram, I've seen some videos the past week that are a bit cringy, right? And, I'm not here to bash on C. Blez, but I have interacted with him a few times via messages. But this behavior, I believe, either needs to be called out or, people need to bring these guys under 30 to be like, hey, you shouldn't be acting like this, right? And, people tell me that, hey, look, you're too negative. This is bad for the hobby. So, like, this type of behavior, some people may get a kick out of this, but is this beneficial? That's your choice, right? So, I saw this video by C. Blez. He was taking his shirt off, right? At a wedding on the dance floor. He creeped out all the girls on the dance floor. He creeped out a couple on the dance floor. And then, yeah, it was just bizarre behavior. I can't play it because of copyright. He was playing music in the background. But ultimately, when you see this, you have to think, okay, all this influencer marketing, all this cloud chasing, like, there's a limit to that, in my opinion. And then I see this other dude, right, Jordan Sky. I talked to him, last month, and he told me, hey, look, buddy, I like your videos. I watch them every morning. Just be careful about using the word porn. And then, because I was talking about card porn a lot, right? And in addition, he was saying like, hey, can I do a video on you? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever, man, right? So the impression that I got from him was, okay, he's gonna do a video is like AIH, good for the hobby or not. And then I saw he's doing a video saying like, hey, AIH is basically bad for the hobby, and all this negativity is not going to bring people into the hobby, right? Which is fine, if someone believes that. But over a month ago, he said he really liked my content, right? So over a month, suddenly his opinion changed, or he was clout chasing, right? For followers, right? And he did get followers through that. But what I'm trying to say is that the behavior of guys in their 20s who probably are single, right, are making content for in this type of manner, well, yes, in the short run, you're going to get followers and views. But if you want to do content creation, you have to look at Nassim Taleb's concept of fragile versus anti-fragile, right? And in my opinion, there is a lot of fragility when you're cloud chasing, and when you are, how should I say it, or what these influencer marketers are doing. Because yes, in the short run, you're going to get views, you're going to get people that give you high fives, but this is not the recipe for success. If you want to do content creation, if you want to get the most amount of views, I believe, if someone's doing content creation, right, the way to generate over the long run is try to do your own type of analysis. Look at it from a perspective where, hey, look, you're not trying to appease anybody, right? And if you just try to analyze, hey, look, I think the market may be going in this way, or I think here's where Panini needs to improve, or here's where Topps needs to improve, or I like this, what's going on. Like that type of content in the long run, I believe you will generate views, and you will actually make friendships with people that actually respect you, right? All this clout actually that I see from other influencers is just a recipe for a disaster in the long run, right? I always look at the long run. It's not about short term, right? If you've looked at my videos, right, I could have easily blown this channel up, my YouTube channel, if I sucked up to the establishment of the hobby, right? But I chose not to go that direction. I chose to, hey, speak my mind, speak the truth to the best ability that you can, right? And in the long run, I think that's the best recipe, right? For me to get the most out of the hobby, right? I could learn a lot about the hobby. My research videos, I've learned a lot. There's no doubt about that, right? So people coming attacking me. The other thing I wanted to touch base on is what the hobby has done in terms of influencer marketing, okay? So Jeff Wilson, I know, he used to always get on, Brad the Comeback Card Investor, right? He had him in his movie, right? Now, this dude is gone from the hobby, right? It is like the recipe for influencer marketing, right? So he was there, he was able to generate views in the short run, but then in the long run, he wasn't interested. And I have to think to myself, like, why was this guy promoted by the industry? And I've talked to people, and it's obviously because he's a model, right? And they think that if they could put a model up, they could get more people into the hobby in the long run. In the short run, you can, but in the long run, this type of, I would say, fake nature of appeasing people based on, just looks that way, and especially this is a male dominated industry. If you're trying to get females, okay, that I could understand, but this is a male hobby, and trying to, use that type of marketing, I just don't think that you're going to generate the most amount of people and retain those people in the long run. Now, some people may say that, hey, look, this type of marketing that I've described in all this video is going to get the most amount of people in the long run. Okay? So, it is what it is. When I see this, from someone like me, I see a lot of this as fake, right? I don't like fake people. I don't like people being, cheesy in front of a camera, but then behind closed doors, they're just jerks, right? On the camera, when I'm here and, when I turn this camera off, I want to be the same person that I am, right? And I've told you that people that I've talked to in this industry, on camera, they are much different. Not much different, but they are different on camera compared to behind closed doors. Behind closed doors, I've had honest conversations with people and people from the industry, and they don't want to come on and speak the way that I speak, even though they may agree with me to a certain degree. And that is because, once again, they don't want to be perceived in this light. They don't want to deal with people saying, oh, you're negative this, negative that, right? I tell you what I would tell people behind closed doors, basically, right? So it is what it is. The last thing I want to get at is like influencer buying up subscribers, right? So Dap Sports, he had what, 6,000 subs, right? And all of us in what, a month, 2 months ago, and this dude has 36,000 subs. Could it be legitimate? Sure, right? But in my opinion, some hanky panky is going down, right? Like, how do you get to 36,000 subs like that? Especially when the views are pretty much haven't gone up with the increase in subscribers. Maybe you get more people watching shorts on your YouTube channel, but when I see stuff like this influencer marketing has definitely struck out, right? And this behavior that we're seeing in the hobby, if we're going to see more of this because Fanatics is in, because Fanatics is going to team up with people that just generate the most amount of views, and they're just going to look at that at the side, man, that's quite interesting. I think it's going to turn off a lot of people, but once again, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below, guys. Thank you. Bye.